How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting it played with a little bit more Lost Ruins, the Missing Expedition. Yeah, that's what it is. The Missing Expedition. So of course we played chapters 1 and 2 last week. Was it last week? Has it been a week already? Has it only been a week, I guess? Today we're going to try to get through 3 and 4. From what I've heard or read on BGG, 3 seems more complicated. So we may be failing forward again. We did fail chapter 2 quite solidly, so there's that. So of course, internet will be starting with a bonus, or basically we have a penalty. So let's go ahead and flip over and we'll get started. There we are. We are set up for a game of Lost Ruins. Again, it takes up most of the table. And because it takes up most of the table, I have to zoom the camera out, and that kind of gives it this weird bowed look. I have not bought a wide-angle lens. I don't know if that would make things better. Either way. So here we go. We are chapter 3 set up. So the penalty for our loss is before taking our first turn, Antoinette's magnifying glass goes up 1 row, which it already has. And she will resolve 3 action tiles at the very beginning. One thing with the setup of this, and I tried to look on BGG before I started, but I couldn't find anything. It shows how to set up for solo or co-op, but then in the middle with the idols, it doesn't say anything about the idols. And then it also doesn't say to have them face down like the normal setup. It has them all face up. So I'm kind of confused which way the idols should be. So I'm doing it the way the picture is. If that's wrong, let me know in the comments, and then maybe I'll go to BGG and let people know too. But yeah, when I did a search, I couldn't find anything on it. So we are set up for our solo game. All right, the Tunnels of Terror. Scarcely have you set foot inside the tunnels when you spot a colorful feather. For a moment, you're heartened by the familiarity of this sign. It is from the mysterious guardian, whose path you have already crossed several times. If a creature of the forest would willingly enter these tunnels, perhaps the dangers here are not so bad. This flame of optimism is doused when your tracker points out the claw marks, the tail patterns, the footprints, and the other signs left by many guardians who have been drawn into this sinister labyrinth. Perhaps they have made this place their grave. Perhaps they will make it yours. All right, so during the setup, we had to set up these 3 sites. They all have fear cards on them. Fear is a item that we're going to be playing with in the game. If it was a 2-player game, you would also set up some there from the base game or from the expedition leaders, I think it says you can use. Then we had to shuffle the chapter 3 cards, so we put them here. So there's 3 of the 8. And then we deal guardians face down. There's 2 here, 2 here, and 3 here. So there's lots of guardians on each one of these tiles. All right, so advancing through the tunnels. Tunnels are discovered sites, but you cannot dig at them or activate them unless the site below in the same column is free of guardians. So at first, only the lowest site is available. The first time you dig or activate a subtlety, reveal its guardians. As usual, the guardians do not prevent you from using the site's effects. They have to be overcome. On a site with multiple guardians, they are overcome one at a time in any order, using separate overcome actions. Oh, okay, so you can look at them, because it says in any order, so that means I can look at both of them and see which one I want to do. That's going to make it very hard to kind of, I guess I slide them up a little bit so then it shows both. At the end of the round, if you take an archaeologist back from the site with multiple guardians, you gain a fear for each guardian. When the site has no guardians left, reveal and resolve the encounter card. Face down guardians are considered to be present at the site for purpose of card effects, but they cannot be overcome until they are revealed. So, and we'll get into this when we get into the overcoming your fear over here. All right, find your way. To find your way through the tunnels, you must learn to read the markings on the wall. So we have set up these. They cover up the normal path up the research track. To overcome, you cannot advance your token until you have researched. Removing the tile is research cost of either a coin, 2 tablets, a gem, or a compass and a arrowhead. So I'm going to put I'm going to forget that. So we're going to put them up here. So I remember the available options. So that single gem or a compass and an arrowhead. All right. So you guys can't see them. I can see them, but yeah, the overcome options I've got up there, so I know what I need to overcome. Antoinette. Antoinette seems to know something you don't. Okay, well, she's been seeming that way the whole time. Antoinette starts with an 11-point tile. That's not good. Antoinette fears the tunnel's guardians. When determining where Antoinette will send an archaeologist, ignore any tunnel site that still has a guardian for her. These tiles do not exist, or these sites do not exist. Okay, so she's afraid of the guardians. Probably because she's trying to do something nefarious with them. That is my thought. All right, our achievements. Find your courage. Place improvised weapon beside the fear deck. Yeah, that's not happening, so it's down here. Mark it with the fear card you send to exile. For expedition leaders, this includes the captain's hidden fear. The mystic does not mark it until his exiled fear. Okay, so those are if you're playing those particular faction leaders. Good thing I didn't pick one of them. Gain it to the top of your deck when it has enough fear cards. So in solo, we need to have 6 fear cards here. So once we exile 6 fear cards, then we get the improvised weapon. So we kind of want to get fear cards. Normally you don't want to get them, and now I'm kind of like wanting to get them. That's part of how I lost last time. I had so many fear cards in my deck. Pack of Guardians. Place the wicker card, it's down here, to gain it to the top of your deck when you have enough Guardians with unspent boons. So 4. So I have to take out 4 Guardians, which again, I should, because I think that's the focus of this one, is getting these Guardians out of the way. Artifact Expertise. Spectacles beside the main board. Again, it's just underneath the card because I kind of didn't have enough room. To gain it to the top of your deck when you have enough artifacts in your play area. So we need 5 artifacts. Huh. How do I get 5 artifacts? Oh, I have to buy artifacts. That's how. See, normally you don't buy artifacts either. That's crazy. Okay. We are playing on student mode. So student mode, at least in a single player, you add the Guardian's Crown, and it only costs 2 instead of the normal 4. So it's a little bit cheaper to get. Instant, when acquired, it will move a Guardian from a site you occupy to an unoccupied site. And it can actually be a campsite or level 1 site with no Guardian. And then you activate that site. So you're basically using the Guardian to be at work for you. That's kind of neat. And then if you're in a 2-player game, you'd put the War Club as well. That would be a second option. All right, that is it for chapter 3. We're set up to go. Now she has to take 3 turns before I get to go. Normally, you get to go first in the campaign game. So there's a little, I think that's left over from last night's Cloud Spire unboxing. All right. I am playing the engineer this time. I wanted to play her last time, but you don't get to go through all the rounds, so I wouldn't have gotten all of her stuff. So you can see I've got 2 of my gears and the monkey here, and then 2 gears down there that I'll acquire. There are 2 more gears here. Those I get through teamwork. I don't know what that is because it didn't explain, so I'm guessing it's a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says you're supposed to take that tiles after you take your 5, but it doesn't matter. All right, so I got 2 of my fear right off the bat. I got a tinkering. So if it's a, if I have 2 gold, so I can spin once, spin 90 degrees. Yeah, you basically just take this piece to this piece. 90 degrees, right? Yeah, 90 degrees. All right. So right now I can only do the silver action with this card, which means it does not activate this. That's a silver action. When do I get my gold? Oh, and then I have 1 gold as well. All right. So we will do Antoinette. So she is going to go to the money. She is going to take the item that's worth the most at the towards the bottom. It doesn't matter. There's only 1, 2, so she's just going to take that one. All right, and her third tile is she's going to take the compass. Now, I don't know, like, it's like, oh, she takes 3 turns, but it's like you're not blocking off any of the rows, so it's like I can still go get compasses. I can still do things, so. All right, so in order to get up here, we're going to need compasses. So, and if I take this action, I'll get 1 compass. So let's use our fear to go get us some compasses. All right. Any instant actions? And so when you use the gold action, you... so actually what I probably want to do... So this is probably why I said get them after you draw your first card. Because when I turn this, I won't be able to do the gold action. And I want the compass. So let's put this here. And we just do them opposite sides. That way I can do gold. I can just switch. Well, if I do the gold action, if I do this gold action, then I get a compass. I do the gold action first. I don't need a boat action. I need a truck action. Yeah, let's do it like that, I guess. All right. All right. My first action, so it's her turn now. She is going to she's going to go discover a level 1, and she's going to discover at the bottom. So she can't discover this one because she won't go where the guardians are. She's going to go here. And then this is this one. And reveal this tile. And then she doesn't reveal the guardian, so he's going there. And that is it. All right, my turn. All right, so I need more compasses. So I was going to do my tinkering, which, oops, yeah, 90 degrees. So I get to do these two actions. I don't need the boat because I'm currently playing it. So how does that boat come in? That's a good question. How would I use that boat? Because if I have to play the card to tinker, then I can't do the boat. Because that would be my action. Because you can't bank. Time machine. Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Choose one of the 2 silver widgets from the right side. Okay, so I already choose one of the 2. So say I already choose the boat. Well, how would I use the boat? Because I can't move on this turn because my main action was playing the card to turn this. Oh, the instant action. Gotcha. Never mind. All right. So yeah, the instant action would allow me to use the boat. That makes sense. All right, and here's the teamwork. So that's where I get mine. So once I have all three, what are they called? The little helper dudes. Then I can do that. All right, so that makes more sense. Okay, instant action versus non-instant action. So this is not an instant action. This is a played action. Well, no, okay, no. I'm playing the card to perform an instant action. So it is an instant action. Will, look at your symbols. Okay, so that was an instant action. So yeah, then I could get the boat or the compass. So we're going to go ahead and get the compass. All right, so that's my instant action. So technically I could have done that on my last turn. And then we're going to use the... I need the Jeep. Jeep's way over here. So if I do this again, this will end up here. I gotta turn this 2 more times, don't I? You have to turn it 2 more times just so that way I can actually... Alright, so yeah, so instant action again because I need the Jeep to come here. Yeah. So now I can do the boat. Well, technically now I got the boat, but I want to come here. Boat or the money. We'll take the money. And we'll do this instant action. So again, turn it one more. All right. Now we have our Jeep. Okay, that's what we need. All right, so we are going to place our second worker here. We have to start at the bottom. You take a fear card. Oops. We gain a fear card, so that goes in the bottom. We get a compass. Actually, yeah, we gotta spin 3 compasses and gain a compass. And then we get a gem. So I already have a gem, so I could get past. Technically, I need a gem to get past that one anyways. All right. So let's see who our friends are. What do our friends need? So, we have a big red bird. We have a big not red lizard. All right. So this one we have to spend a card and a gem to get rid of that. We could do that one right now. I think I'm going to... Well, no, I have to do that on my next turn. But I think I'm going to do that one right away. Get the gem, get that, get going. That way I don't take 2 fear cards. All right. So back to Antoinette. Antoinette is going to here. Back to me. So we're going to spin the card and the gem. Gain this. Instant action, I can draw a card. I don't know if it's too early to draw a card or not. Might be too early to draw a card because if I draw a card, I can't do anything because all my workers are out. All right, right. That's what we're going with. So we're not going to draw a card. All right, she's going to go to the tablets. She's going to get to the gems. She's out of workers. She's going up the research track, and she's getting rid of the bottommost. Oh, over there. Oh, the skydiver. So a coin or a boot, and a compass or a plane. All right. So she keeps going. She's going to take, well, there's only one artifact for her to take. And her last token is she will activate her guardian and go up the explore track. I think that's activate her guardian, the check mark on the guardian. You may overcome a guardian for free on the site where you have an arc. Okay, so that's she takes out a guardian, but she didn't spawn a guardian that turn. All right. All right, she gets all of hers back. Shuffle. So this time it did not make me change her deck. Her deck is just all the red cards and the white ones, the base Automa cards. All right. So bring back mine. I will take one here. To the bottom. This one. Oops. I forgot to pull out a card after she took it, so technically that would be gone too. All right, so I need artifacts, which means I need a lot more compasses. Like, I don't know. Can you really do every single objective? That's kind of the question. Ooh. I like that revolver. So the revolver is you spend a compass to overcome. So basically you can overcome any of them for 1 compass. I like that. I need 4 coins though. So how am I going to get 4 coins? That is the question. Oh, I'm going to shuffle this and put it on the bottom of the deck. It's always fun remembering the difference in the different deck building games, like the slight nuance differences of the how they work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I do have that extra item in my deck from completing one of the paths. So it was a secret, it was a gift, thoughtful gift. I can exile this card to gain. Ooh, I think I'm going to do that right off the bat. So that's going to be my first thing. I'm going to exile this card to gain an item to my hand, which gets me this one. All right. So now I don't need those. Now I don't need those coins. I do need more exile cards. So there is an exile way up here. There's an exile here. Okay. All right. I got lots of fear for boots. All right. So to come up here, I need 3 compasses. I activate my gold. I'm going to get a compass and a tablet. So let's go ahead and do that. Compass and a tablet. All right, so that gets me, I need a compass to defeat him too. I'm going to get a compass for going there, actually. So I'll actually get a compass for going there. Why did I say I needed, I don't need 3 compasses. I don't know what I was thinking that I needed 3 compasses. That's fine. I mean, that's fine. What I did is fine. All right. So we're going to do the auto mechanic to place ourselves here. Gives us a compass, a gem, and another fear to the bottom of our deck. All right, so that was my turn. Back to her. She's going to take the topmost, most point card, which is this one. Gain a compass for each idol you have up to 3. Okay, so this is just a compass generator. All right, so back to me. All right, so we're going to play this one. So we spin a compass to immediately get rid of this. I'm going to immediately do this to exile this fear card. So we're at, I don't know how to track. Maybe do it like this. So we have 1 of our fear over there. Now I have another fear card I can't really do anything with. Although, hang on. I have to have 4 guardians with unspent boons. Don't want to do that this early. I've got a lot of fear cards in my hand. I do. Oh, and this allows you to actually get rid of the rest of the fear. Yeah, definitely want that. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have. I mean, if I'm gonna get all of these, so I mean that's gonna be plenty to do that. Okay. 1, 2. So there's 5 still here. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and do our story card. Entombed. One of the ancients lies deathly repose, watched by a faithful guardian in death. They seem close companions. Was it so in life? So collect the burial goods. I'll have to get a fear, a coin, and a arrowhead, or make a detailed sketch, which I can -2 on any artifact, which would get me the guardian's crown. So let's do the paw print. You up, because now we're going to be playing this game again. All right, so that makes this 2 cheaper. Oops. Which makes it free. Actually, hang on, before I do that. Pay a coin to activate any 2 different sites. Now, again, I could do this thing at any time. I'm just doing it now. Now, it may not be a good time to get this one because I won't be able to activate the on acquire ability. This one here, What's the red arrow down? What's red arrow down mean? Is it, oh, maybe it's use a guardian to gain a coin and a gem? Or is it destroy? What is the red arrow down? Right, here we go. Choose one of the unused guardians you have, overcome, and flip it face. Okay, so basically you're not getting the boon, you're getting this instead. Pay a coin to activate any 2 different sites. That one's actually pretty good. Let's do this one right now just because I can do it right away. And this one I can't. So we're gonna get this one. We're gonna pay the 1 coin to activate any 2 sites. So let's activate the arrowhead, and let's activate the I guess the coins. We'll get 2 more coins. All right. And we refill. All right, so we're good there. So now back to Antoinette. She's going to go up the track. She's going to go to the top. And she's going to take the top explorer. All right. So all I have is the fear. I have the fear. What should I go get? Guess I'm gonna get some more arrowheads. Yeah, get some more arrowheads. All right. She's going to the gems. I'm going to go up the track. So an arrowhead and a compass to go here, which gets me a gold. She's going to the compass. Do I want to take my book up too? Yeah, because then I get one of the people on my teamwork card sooner. So yeah. So we're going to spin the other arrowhead and compass, or the arrowhead and the tablet to go here. All right, so we have coin or boat, compass or car. Ooh, nope, this is who we want. Because she's got, we need to get rid of cards. I mean, that's who we want. All right. It's an instant action, so I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Because it'll refresh on my next turn. All right, so back to Antoinette. She is moving, staying at the top. And she's not overcoming anything because she's all down here. All right, back to me. So, to move up another step, I could use my gem. And then that allows me to, but I can't take advantage of this. This allows me to turn a tablet into something else. Yeah, so I think doing that right now is no good because I don't have any tablets. I need tablets. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I think the problem is if I draw a card, the most likely is I'll either get a fear, which I can't use, or it'll let me turn the dial, which I don't necessarily want to do. Because turn the dial would basically allow me to get a boat or a compass. And it wouldn't affect me on this turn anyways. It'd be next turn. So yeah, I think drawing the card isn't helpful. All right, so I'm going to pass. So she's going to the coins. Oh, earlier she should have gone to that compass. Sorry. And she's going to the arrowheads. To the tablets. All right, she's going to explore the bottommost level 1. Coin or compass. It's another coin or compass. It doesn't matter which one I put it in. All right, so she's going to explore that level 1. And it does spawn a guardian this time. Luckily, she's already played her guardian card, so she's not going to get rid of that. And her last one is the topmost expensive artifact. All right, so bring back workers. So she's going to take a fear. My workers. All right, so. So does she never go to a guardian now? Let me double check how that's written. I don't know if she doesn't go to these guardians or she doesn't go to any guardian. Internet fears the tunnel's guardians. When determining where internet's in the archaeology, ignore any tunnel site that still has... Okay, so it's just the tunnel site, so she will go to that guardian space. Okay. Oop. Okay. So I get my monkey and my gears. Get rid of these two. And these two. This is a deck building game, but I don't know. Each time I play this, I don't feel like I buy a lot of cards. I don't know if that's different in the normal. It's because like this one just has very specific objectives you're trying to do. I mean, I've got coins now. Ooh, yeah, I like that one. I like my turtle. I think that's what I'm going to do first. Get my turtle. Because the turtle, he makes the boat actions less expensive. And he allows me to draw a card. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we get our monkey. So the monkey is basically a free turn of the wheel. So that's good. And then I got, what did I get from my wheel? Oh, so can they all go, or do you eventually put them up on top of here? I guess you can upgrade these. Where is the expedition leaders? See if they explain on her sheet. It didn't explain if you could upgrade those. Professor Explorer. No, she's from this expansion, isn't she? She's from the Lost Expedition, or Missing Expedition. Adding a gold widget. After drawing cards beginning to reveal the pair of gold widgets. Choose one. Oh, you only add one. Okay, so this, luckily I've never used this. So I missed that. This shouldn't have been on my board. So I choose one. I was about to say, how do I fill up all the widgets you're gonna give me? All right. For this one, I think this is the most important, right? I need to get rid of the tiles. So do I have... So I don't have a gold action this turn. So if I turn this once, I think I need to have it here so I don't lose it. Right? Because if I turn this once and turn that twice, I want it right here. Right? Yeah. Right, go back, rewind. Alright, so we'll get rid of that one. Alright, so on my first turn, I want my turtles. So I'm gonna spend my 3 to get my turtle. And then, ooh, double draw. Oh, that's a good one too. All right, and then for my free action, I'm going to use my tinkering. So that turns it once. I'm going to get the compass. And then as another free action, I'm going to do teamwork. So that goes like that. So I get another one. And then all I got is fear. So I guess I'm doing the bottom. Holy cow. Well, I can get a draw. I'm going to have to probably definitely use my... I'm going to do that as an instant action to get my draw. My C charts. So I'll need to spend a tablet, and then I can activate 2 other sites. Oh, I forgot my monkey. Can I upgrade my monkey? How much would I have to do to upgrade my monkey? So I'd need tablets and arrowhead, and then I would need a... I've already got the gem, so I need a tablet and arrowhead, and then I can upgrade my monkey so I can do my gold action. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, Antoinette. Unless Antoinette does things like this, where she takes the... Oh, hang on. She wants the topmost tablets, which is actually there. All right, so I've got the gem for here. So I need a tablet. Oh no, I have to get my book and my... Sorry, I got to get my book up there too. Actually, I need lots of tablets and lots of arrowheads. Okay. So let's... Do I want to use this? Or do I want to just use it for the plane so I can go here? All right, let's go. Let's get us some stuff first. So let's use the boot to get some. Oh no, I'm going to get tablets, but a tablet from here. So let's go to the arrowhead. All right. And then she goes. She is moving up the bottom of the track, and she's taking the bottom research. All right, so now we're going to go, we're going to use the plane to go, where's my order? There. I'm going to use the plane. Oop, I don't have enough compasses yet. I need more compasses. Hold on, how can I get more compasses? Uh-oh. I'm short compasses. I'm short compassi. I don't have enough coins, so I can't hire. That seems like such a waste to put it down here. I mean, this is round 3. I should be up here already. I guess I can't get that arrowhead. I guess I have to go get a compass. So I guess on this turn I needed to do this instead. All right. So there we go. Now we'll do what I was going to do. All right. So we're going to use the plane to go here, which gives us a fear card. And then tablet and a gem. All right. And then we reveal these guys. So we have a big old ant and a big old bird with a gem in its chest. Ooh, these only need walking actions. I've got... So, I was debating... before I saw those, I was going to... Actually, I was going to just use her ability to exile. But I think... Let me double check. I think exile I can do... I can exile even cards... Yeah, exile... Page 13. Exile. Sends a card into exile, which is located at the top of the main board. Fear cards go back at the fear deck. Funding and exploration cards go near the fear deck. From your hand or play area. That's what I thought. I thought it was both hand or play area. So I have 2 feet here. So I can get rid of one of these. Wish I could get rid of this other one. Okay. So she's going to the arrowhead. All right. So this would give me a plane. This would give me, I think I'll do this one because at least it gives me that. So we're going to use my 2 feet and my compass to get rid of this one. And 1, 2, 3. I still have 4 out there. So I'm going to immediately use it to banish this card. And then I'm going to use my girl to banish the other one. So we are at 4 of 6. We're at 4 of 6. All right. So back to back to her. So she's going to go up the track again. She wants to go the top path, but she can't. She can only go there. And she'd get rid of the guardian. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I wanted her to take fear. All right. Back to me. So I'm going to spend the gem to go here. Gets me a compass. I'm going to trade the, so this trades into an arrowhead. And then I'm going to do, oh, it's her turn, sorry. I'm going to take the most point on the bottom. So that is the first aid kit. All right. And then I'm going to spin the other one to go here, which gets me my other worker. It's going to get compass, boat, compass, car, or coin boat. Again, I need cars, so we're going to do her. All right. Then as an instant action, I'm going to go ahead and do the instant action to get this. I can't even use my monkey because of where I put this. Because I was thinking I only had 2 of these abilities, but I actually had 3. 1. Yeah, and see, I can't use this for anything else. Well, I could have used this for a coin instead. Let's do that. Let's say I use this for a coin instead. And then I use the monkey to turn it that second time. There we go. That's better. All right, back to Antoinette. So she's going to a 1 as high up as she can, which is the one that's there. This is an arrowhead or a fear card. She does not have those. That is a -1. That's still confusing to me. Like, it doesn't, I don't know what to do with these. And so I had the same problem last game. I don't know what to do with the ones that aren't on this track. So I've just been saying she can't do them. All right. And she doesn't place a guardian. I have 2 coins. What's that? The crowbar. Exile a card from the card row and refill it. All right. And then it gives you a discount of 1 coin or 2 compasses. 2 compasses here. Ooh, hang on. I think I'm going to do that now. Spend these 2 compasses to buy this. Because remember, buying it does two things. One, it acquires it, so I can use it this game. But two, it actually goes into the deck for future games. So this is a free action when you acquire it. So move a guardian from a site you occupy to an unoccupied tint or level 1 site. So I will most likely be going here next turn. Oh no, that's occupied. Dang it. So I was like, I'm going to go compasses. But this has compasses and a tablet. So actually, I think I'll probably go there next time. All right. Then this goes on the top of my deck. And then we have another event card. While tracking an elusive bird, you discover a grisly side passage. A dense mat of root fibers binds human remains onto a wall of bones. The liquid dripping from the ceiling has a pungent scent. Do you dare collect a sample? So, if I take a sample, I get a fear card. Gain an artifact from the row to your hand for free. Draw up to 3 cards. You may keep 1. You may return 1 of them to the top or bottom of your deck. Spin the rest. Fear card, coin, tablet, tablet, tablet. Ah, that would have been a good one. Don't gain fear from anything that's round. All right. Or in a future turn, I can... I like that. I can spend a card to exile a card and get 2 compasses. So we're going to save that for later. All right. So that was my turn. She's going to the first gem. She's going to the first compass. Oh, nope. Oh, yeah. She'll go here now because there's no guardian there. So she will go to the tunnel after there's no guardians. Okay. She will take the most points starting at the top, which, again, is just going to be that one. Right. Pathfinder's Staff. Relocate a placed archaeologist to a camp or a level 1 site and activate it. Ooh, that's not bad, but it does cost a tablet to do that. Right. Right, I passed. I couldn't do anything, right? Yeah, because I need a coin and 2 tablets, another gem, or a arrowhead and compass, which I don't have. Right. And then she takes the coin spot, right? So bring back workers. She takes 1 fear. All right. Then bring back my workers. And my archaeologists. It's a worker placement game. They're workers, guys. They're workers. Yeah. Drop worker duck. It's the upkeep phase that you got to remember all the steps. All right, so we're going to go into round 4. All right, so I have 3 more guardians I have to take out. Or 4 more, because I have to take this one out. Okay. All right. Move the staff. So these 2. Somebody else is going to have to tell me, is Arnak just a game that doesn't have a lot of... Whoops. Messed up. Messed up. Should have been this one. Oh, I lost my camel. Oh, got a flask instead. Exile to gain 3. That's a pretty good one. No, hang on. Yeah, this one still goes. There. I'm probably messed that up, but I'm not going to try to figure out what I did wrong. All right, refresh all of my explorers. Shuffle my deck. I got it. I got to get... So I have all 3 workers, so I can now do my teamwork, which gets me another cog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stack my used guys over there. All right. Got my turtle, which is a draw and a boat discount. Revolver, which is what I want. So the revolver would be good if because I didn't grab any fear this time, right? But the turtle gives me 2 and only need 1. So yeah, I think we'll probably do the revolver. And then we have both of these. And then of course we have that because we gained it. All right, so what do we want to do first? I don't want to do him. I don't want to do this yet for my gold because I don't have a fear card yet. So I need to get a fear card to use this one. Same with this one. How did I not get any fear cards this time? I can go get myself a fear card. But again, when you gain a fear card there, it goes to the bottom of my deck. So I don't think that's going to help me. I've been putting it on the bottom of my deck. Gain a fear card and indicated tokens. You must take a fear card from the board and place it face up in your play area. Oh, it is in your play area. So I've been doing that wrong. I don't think it's affected me that much because, again, I put it on the bottom of my deck. When I shuffle, it just means that they were there first. So I could intentionally go get a fear card. So then I can do this. But I want to go there. I want to go there and take that out. So we need... I don't need 2 gold actions necessarily. I'm not going to move the Guardian, so we use the plane to go here. It gets us 2 and a tablet. All right, and then Antoinette goes. She's going to take the highest point on the bottom. They're both 1s, so it doesn't matter. She left the flask for me, though. That's good. I want the flask. Ooh, 2 compass, instant action. All right, so now we're going to use our revolver. So we spend our compass to take care of that. So I cannot flip anymore. I need him because there's only, or I need to go explore somewhere and get some more over there because she took 1 out. All right, so back to her. So you can take the topmost compass, first compass she comes to. All right, so I have get a compass or a travel. So we're going to use the travel to go here. Gets us a gem, a tablet, and a fear card. All right, then we're going to do our instant action. Turn this there, which allows us to get rid of the fear card and allows us to gain another tablet. And then we're going to do another instant action. Oops, went too far. Too far. Well, which gets us a compass and another tablet. And we're going to do our monkey instant action to get another compass. All right. That's all I can do. I ran out of instant actions. Except for this one. I can't do that one yet because I need to go get another fear card. All right. So she's going to go to the topmost coin. All right, back to me. So to go up here, I need a arrowhead. I either need 2 tablets and a coin, which I have. So let's go 2 tablets, coin. Come on. 2 tablets and a coin. Move this up and get that. And she goes. is going to take the topmost red gems. There. All right. We're going to play the turtle to draw a card, which is a fear, so that's good. Then we're going to do our instant action here to get rid of this fear. So that is 6. So they go back up here. So this goes to the top of my deck. It's basically just going to let me keep getting rid of the rest of the fear cards, or I can exile it to get a arrowhead. All right, back to her. All right, she's going to take the first arrowhead. So same thing. I got 2 tablets and an arrowhead. So let's go ahead and do that, which puts me up here. Do I remember to get the compass as my reward? I forget. If I lose the game by 1 compass, then you know what. Okay, so I get to upgrade one of my workers and ready it. So, to make the monkey gold, then it gives me another gold action. Or it gives me the two silver. I forgot. The other option you have with gold is you can do the 2 silver. Upgrade her. She gets me a compass and exile a card. She gives me a coin and a compass. Or 2 movement. Which is what I need to get up here. So I think I'm going to upgrade her. And I'm going to use her to get another coin and a compass. Because I need 6 compasses to go there. Alright. So she's going to go to tablets. And I don't think, I don't have any arrowheads. I don't have any gems, so I can't go up on the research track anymore. I have no cards. I have this card, but I need to play a card to do it. I don't have a card to play. So, I think I have to pass. She's going to take the bottom most expensive artifact. Needed how many artifacts? Have 5 artifacts in my play area. Holy, that's a hard one. I've got 1 in my play area right now. Because, hang on, to get 5 artifacts in your play area, because you shuffle your play area back in at the end of each round, you would need to have basically all artifacts in your deck. It'd have to be like all artifacts to get the spectacles. Holy cow. Alright. So that's what's the rest of her tiles. So she's gonna get her a guardian. There isn't one. She is going to go up, which gets her the 23. And then she is going to a topmost level 2. So she gets the tablet. Nope. And she already has that one too. So at least she's getting some minus points. All right, so there. And she is putting a guardian on it. All right. So. Okay. My brain just completely left me right there. I don't know what that was. I just stopped. It was like deer in the headlights. All right. So she's going to. Oh, I think I've been doing both. I think this is an or. She does this or she does this if she can't do the other. So she may be 1 track higher than she's supposed to be. So either way, she's probably going to beat me in points anyways, because she made it all the way to the top, which is 23 points. Yeah, this game is like it's very tight. I mean, you got to do a lot of stuff in 5 rounds. All right, bring back the workers. All right, so she does take 1 fear. All right. Shuffle, shuffle. Like that's the thing I'm still struggling is like how do you get enough resources to go up that track and do everything you need to do, right? I guess normally you'd be getting some idols, right? And when you get these idols, then you can do this, but there's no idols on this particular track. I'm basically substituting idols with random random event cards. I'm gonna take my 2 back. Take my 2 wheels. Move you. Oh, hang on. I did have 2 coins, but one of my turns I should have bought this. Sorry, one of my turns I should have bought the flask. Yeah, come here, coins. Which would have made another card come out to replace that, so that's going to get discarded too. And this one. Oh no, hang on. Do we? No, you discard, then you slide. Discard, then slide. Yeah, the only other way I could see that you could have 5 in your play area is just a whole bunch of cheap ones come out, and you've just been like hoarding compasses to just buy 5 in a single round. All right, shuffle my discard or my play area. Shuffle my play area. There is no discard in Lost Ruins. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I did not get my... I needed that draw card. Did not get my draw. All right, this is going to be tough because I don't even know what these are. So I don't even know what I need to go and get. All right, so let's refresh. So I've got my free move because I got my 2 cars, my 2 Jeeps here. All right, which one of these do I want? Upgrade artifacts or just get a guaranteed arrowhead. I need the arrowheads. So let's do that. Hang on, do I have a gold action? Yeah, I have a gold. Okay. Could you go? All right. All right, so we are going to... Oh, but I need... Dang it, I need more compasses. I have no way to get compasses. My compasses are way down here. I don't have enough... Well, I might be able to get enough spins. All right, let's try this. Hang on, I've got this. I've got this instant. All right, so we're gonna spin this card. I'm gonna spin the fear to do this. So once we play that, then we're gonna banish it. And then we're going to get 2 compasses. Aha, now I got my compasses. All right. Okay. And then yeah, that gave me my compasses. So now we're going to travel or get 2 Jeeps to travel. And then we need to... Actually, hang on. I just realized this. I've been spending that to do the action, but I don't need to on any of these. So technically, I didn't need these. And then these 2. Oh, geez. That would make more sense why you could get multiple artifacts, because you're not needing to spin them to do... these. Okay, I have way too many compasses now. What else can I use compasses for? If I had arrowheads, because that's what I need for to go up. All right, well, I have way more compasses than I would ever need. So, so I get tablet, arrowhead, arrowhead. I do take a fear to my play area, to the play area. I'm gonna do my teamwork card later to get my. Probably do my teamwork card first because I don't know what these are and how they'll help me. All right, so let's see what we're gonna need to defeat these. Okay, so that's a lot of arrowheads. Luckily, I just got 2 arrowheads. So I need 3 arrowheads, 2 compasses, which I got, 1 coin, which I don't have, and 2 jeeps. In 2 separate turns, I need 2 jeeps. Now, I have that, so I got my movement. So all I really need is another arrowhead and a coin. I'm going to get an arrowhead here, and I get a coin here. Yeah, I should be good. All right. She's going to the gem, first gem spot. Way up there. All right, so back to me. All right, so got to make sure I do this in the right order. So let's try to get rid of what we can get rid of. I don't have a coin. That's right, I needed a coin to do this one. So I'm going to spend this, and this to get rid of that one. All right. So back to her. She's going to the arrowhead. And then we're going to spend this and this to do this one. That's 3. That's 3. That's 3. All right. And she goes. She's going to go to the bottommost 2. Coin she already has, and tablets. Again, it's 2 tablets and a fear, but I'm going to say, okay, it's got a picture of a tablet, so we're going to put it there. And she does not put a guardian on this one. Yeah, in the 5th round, that's kind of pointless. Like, she's not going to leave it. I can't go there. I guess it's to get the 2 idols out of there. All right. So, I need my coin. So we're going to do the... Oh yeah, we're going to do this first. Teamwork. I have to exile it to get my last thing. Let's get the play. I don't even know if I'm going to run into this. Take the bottom card from my deck. Did I just buy a card? And the revolver, which I don't really need. Oh, I forgot to refill that. The revolver. Let's do these 2 just in case. I don't think either one of them I'm going to be able to use, but okay. All right, so she's going to take the topmost expensive artifact. Which is fine with me. Leave the cheap ones. I need a whole bunch of cheap ones out here. There's another 3. That's what I need. A bunch of 3s so I can get to 5 in my discard. All right. So I need this, right? Yeah. So I'm going to do the free action to get my arrowhead. Oh yeah, I can use her to exile the fear card. And then I'm going to use the monkey to get the coin. And then as my action, I'm going to do the arrowhead, the coin, and the compass. Woo! Arrowheads go in the arrowheads, not with compasses. So that gets this one. So now I have all 4. So I get the wicker cart. That spectacles, man, that's gonna be hard. Oops. Spectacles gonna be hard. All right, wicker cart. Choose 1, 2, 3, or all 4 of these. So refresh the guardian. Get rid of a card, get a coin, get a compass, depending whether you have overcome 1, 2, 3, or 4 or more guardians. So basically I can do all 4. So this goes on the top, but I don't think any of my guardians give me a draw card. Boat, boat. Ah, it's all travel stuff. Dang it. So none of these guys are going to do me any good. None of those are going to do me good. It's not in chapter 2 I could use them to go up the track, and this one doesn't say I can do that. So, all right, back to her. She's going to go up the track. She can't go up the track, so she's going to take another tablet. And she's going to take the topmost explorer. I'm calling them explorers. I don't remember if that's them. All right. So now I need to go up the track. If I go up the track, it does let me refresh, but none of my, which would let me refresh my monkey, which would then give me these 2 actions or a tablet and a compass to go up the track. Well, I need to go up the track twice. I need 2 arrowheads I don't have. I need a coin, a tablet, and arrowhead, which I don't have. I have a tablet and a gem, and it lets me refresh. That would let me refresh one of my guardians, which is a draw card. I think we'll do that. So we're going to do the tablet and the gem to go here. I get to refresh my guardian. Then I can use it to draw a card, which is the wicker cart. All right. Her turn. She's going to take the... Well, there's only one item to take. All right. And back to me. So, I get to choose basically all 3 of these. There isn't anything I want to banish, but I do get to reactivate, and I'm going to use it to draw a card, which is my triple draw. I get a coin and a compass. All right. And back to her. So I need another tablet. All right, so she's going to take out a guardian if she can, or she's going to go with the research. She can take out a guardian. Oops. Rewind. I never did this. That was a couple turns ago. You found giant feathers only in certain passages. You would like to catch a glimpse of this tunnel-crawling bird. You also hope to find a tunnel leading out. Activate an unoccupied campsite. There's a bunch of them. Or pay a movement to activate a level 2 site with a guardian, which there aren't any. So I would have had to take this anyways. There were no guardians here at the time. And I was needing... What am I needing? Tablets? Arrowheads. A tablet would be better to go up another track. If I refresh, because, well, no, to make him go up, I need an arrowhead. I think I'm going to do here. So let's get, we would have activated this one. Okay. Which means we're doing the left side. Right. Yeah. All right. So. I played that card. She did this, right? That's what I just did. So then it's back to me. Because I think that's what happened is I saw her and then I saw that there. So now it is my turn. Okay. So we're going to exile this card to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't think this is going to change what I was going to do up there. Ooh, but we did get some of this stuff. Some of this stuff. All right. So back to her. And take the topmost compass spot. All right. We are going to... All right, so let's go ahead and go up. Spin that, and that. All right, and then that allows us to activate one of those. So spend a, what do we need to go up? We need a compass and an arrowhead. I think we're going to spend a boot, but instead of a boot, I'm actually going to spend that because I'm not going to use that ability to get an arrowhead. All right. And so back to her, right? She's going to the topmost coin. Back to me. So I'm going to spend. Let's go ahead and draw a card just to make sure. Which gives me my gold ability again. So this is her last turn. So she's going to take the tablets. All right. So now it's all me. All right. So I know I want to go up one more. So to go up here, I get this. And then it is a compass and an arrowhead. And I get this. To go up again, I need a compass and a gem. All right, so. All right, we're going to do the gold action. Which gives us a compass and a tablet. Yeah. We're going to do the gold action again, which gets us another tablet. All right, so now I've got a whole bunch. I got 2 tablets, but I don't have any coins. So I can buy this. Oh, these aren't going to go in my play area, though. They're going to go on the bottom of my deck. All right, that's fine. I get to activate. I get to refresh one of my guides. Let's refresh the monkey. That on the bottom. Well, there's only 2 cards in there. That's fine. I'm getting points for buying these, so we'll just buy them all up for the points. All right. Ooh, draw a card and a coin. Use a guardian's ability. There aren't any guardians for me to use. Gain a coin. Use the effect on the gold side of one of the availables in the supply board. Ooh. So, get another. Yeah, I could get another arrowhead. All right, I think we're going to do that one. So, spend 3 that to get this, which gives us a coin. And then we're going to activate him to get an arrowhead. And then we're going to spin the arrowhead. No, we're going to spin the, arrowhead and 2 tablets. Do I have a fear card I want to get rid of? Oh, I've got rid of all my fear cards. So technically that's going to be a waste. Do I have to do it, or I may? I may exile a card. Okay. So I just want to go up on the track. So go here. Get rid of you. I don't want you. That lets me draw a card. Draw a card. Spend a token to use the Guardian's ability. Oh, I still have a worker. Holy cow, I forgot I still had another archaeologist. I forgot all about him. Right? Like I was, yeah, I forgot completely all about him. So let's use the monkey to spin this. And then we're going to use the boat to go here. Which gets me 3 or a tablet. And we get a level 1, which is a compass and a story chapter 1 card. Just take the first one. Voices shout in the nearby jungle. A monster screeches, rushing you to investigate. You find an abandoned campsite and a few giant feathers dropped in some irate bird. Internet's people have been attacked. So I think we're going to do this one, which allows me to draw a card, get a tablet. Now this is a big 5th turn. Once I realized I screwed up on those compasses, which I mean, I haven't even gone through all those compasses that I thought I screwed up on. I technically would still be going even without those. Can you stop us about to go for dinner, but saw you were live and wanted to stop by and say hi. Also not going to look too close because of spoilers. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Paul. I'm sorry. I got so ingrained in those actions. I don't even know how long ago you sent that message. Yeah, this one's fun. This one's definitely a fun puzzle. You have to focus. All right. So we went there. Oh, we got to get a guardian. Can we take out the guardian though? Yes, we can. All right, so she's still passed, so it's still my turn. So we're going to take out the guardian. So we're going to use this card to pay for the card, and then 2 compasses. And we got the guardian. So he allows us to use a move to get an arrowhead, but I don't know. I need an arrowhead. I do need an arrowhead. This allows me to refresh one of my things. So if I use the monkey, then I have coin and a move. To go up the next track, I need a coin, a tablet, and an arrowhead. I need an arrowhead. All the way around, I need an arrowhead. So I need the move. So I'm going to use this to do the guardian to get my arrowhead. All right. Next turn, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to spend the arrowhead, the coin, and the tablet to go here, which gives me another compass. All right, I have 6 compasses left still. All right, let's see. What else can we do? Can't move the book up. Which it would just give me more compasses. It really would. It would just give me more compasses. But if I got to get this up one more step, because I need to get it one more step so I can get this and get the 21 points. So I need a gem, 2 tablets I don't have, or I need another arrowhead. So I'm going to sacrifice my idol to get the arrowhead. I'm going to spin the arrowhead and the compass. Go here and get this. All right. All right. What else can I do? I can't do any of these. So all I can do is buy stuff again. So this allows me to activate one of my guardians. None of them are useful. This one allows me to draw up to 2 cards from the bottom of your deck, keep one, and discard the other. Which I think that's just going to give me artifacts. How many artifacts do I have? 1, 2, 3. I have 3. I need 5 for the achievement. Oh, I only have 1 card. So what happens when you need to draw a certain number of cards, but you don't have enough to draw? Do you shuffle at that point? Starting deck, turn, dig, play a card, exile, playing an artifact. Refilling card rollers. I need to find where it talks about. I was double checking my artifact that I'm not screwing up, and I know I've read that like twice. Recruiting, final round, Snake Temple, solo variant. Draw a card. If the deck is empty, then this has no. Okay, so it has no effect. Yeah, so you can't. Oh, it says up to 2 cards, so I could draw the 1 card. That's 4 though. That would leave me with 1. I think I want to buy the 3 just because that way it gets me the guaranteed points. This one gives me a guaranteed draw and a coin. Can I do anything with a coin? No, I need a gem for a coin. But it lets me draw this card, which is an artifact because that's what I bought. This one here, hang on, this one here, I get to move an artifact onto a campsite for free. You may activate it twice instead of once. Ooh. So that would give me 2 gems. Yeah, I'm going to do that one. That's going to give me 2 gems so I can do the research track. So we're going to buy this one. We're going to move here. Oh, no, I need to get rid of a card. I don't have a card. Dang it. Dang it. Because this doesn't count. This goes immediately to my play area. Dang it. So, all right, so that's not going to work. All right, let's go back. What else can I do? I've got compasses, so I could go get arrowheads. Arrowheads would work. That's the same thing. We'll just do the arrowheads instead. All right. So activate it twice. So we get 2 arrowheads. All right. We're going to spend an arrowhead and a compass to get a level 2 tile. And we're going to spend an arrowhead and a compass to get another level 2 tile. All right, I think I've exhausted everything I can possibly do because, like I said, these are all just movements and can't use those for anything now. I think we're done. Let's do our scoring. So we have Will, Antoinette. All right, so research for me, I have 21 plus 4, so 25. And she made it all the way to the top, so 23. Tile, she has 11. She has 15. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Idols, she has 3, 6, 9. Minus 4. She has 5. I have 3, 5, 8, 12. Guardians. I racked up on the Guardians. Oh, hang on. Did I get that at the end? I don't think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1 short, man. 1 short. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 short. And guess where that one is? It's right there. 5. Now, I almost feel like if I would, because if I would have done the draw, I would have had it. I mean, basically it would just be getting me this card is all it's doing, because at the end of the day, right, that would have given me 3 points instead of 1 point. But then I was able to go up on the get 2 more tiles, so that's another 4 points. And then this would have been 1. So the math would have been about the same. The difference is I would have unlocked that card. Dang it. All right, so Guardians, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 on the Guardians. 40. And she got 2, so 10. All right, cards. Here are all of my cards. My deck is very thin. It was very, very slim. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. So 12 for me. She got a lot of cards. Let's see here. 2, 4, 7, 9, 8, 9, 11, 10, 11, 13, 12, 14, 16. 16. All right. All right. Fear card. Oh, I did the fear cards when I did the math, so it doesn't matter. All right. 5, 7, 9, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. 99 for me. Woo! 3, 8, 13, 19, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 69 for her. Wow, I beat her by 30 points. 30 points this go round. People were saying this was a hard one. I don't know. Like I think maybe everybody's saying this one's hard because I think they probably do the same thing I did. Because these are already discovered, you don't have to pay that cost. So then I end up with all of the compasses at the end. And actually I would have had them throughout the game to be buying stuff. But I didn't know that, which means I probably would have unlocked the spectacles had I done that. All right, so we have a mask. So if I do the mask, so here's the thing. So there's two paths. Let me see if I zoom low. So there are two paths here, and they cross. So if I do the mask first, because I have a paw, then I'll get to do number 15. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the mask here, which means then we're gonna do the paw here. So we're gonna be able to do number 15. And then we got a feather, which is gonna allow us to do number 13. So we're gonna have some more cards for the next game. And then we got another gold. Gold, we just started our journey. All right, so we get to read 14 or 15 and 13. I don't know if it really matters which order you read them in. All right. 13. The trail of the bright feathered guardian has led you to many curious places, but none so curious as the nest of sticks and branches. You suspect it held several eggs, but now it's empty. Your tracker identifies a nearby boot print, as it belongs to Antoinette. You know this guardian to be a secretive creature. Perhaps it hid one egg in a place that escapes Antoinette's notice. Yes, after a careful search, you find it. Start the next chapter with the peculiar egg artifact on the bottom of your deck. So now we get an eggy egg for... So this will start on the bottom of our decks next turn. All right, so let's put that off to the side so I know to set that up for the next game. All right, and then number 15, you're learning the ways of Arnak's beast. Though different in form, they have many behaviors in common. There is an intelligence to their actions, and although they usually travel alone, they often seem to be working together, somehow communicating at a distance. You're beginning to understand why Professor Kutil was so fascinated with these creatures. There is much to be learned by studying them. Start the next chapter with the stone feather artifact on the bottom of your deck. So, stone feather. Stone feather. Stone feather. We got two for the next game. Now the thing is, it's the next game, and then they go in here. So it's like you get a bonus in one round. So it's like if you unlock two things, like or is that permanent? Is that permanent? Let me read the rules. I don't know if that's permanent. Like, do I get 16 every single time? Let's see. Let's read the rules. All right. So, customization, plot points. Here we go. We'll give you this. Okay. Each plot point gives you a card. You will start the next chapter with this card on the bottom of your deck. In a two-player game, either player may start with it. After you reach the end of the path, an extra story symbol of that type counts as a question mark for you. I'm confused. After you reach the end of the path, an extra symbol of that same one you can use somewhere else. it just says you get to the next chapter. So you only get to use them in each subsequent chapter, and then they go into the main deck. See, that's kind of the disadvantage of that is like, right, you might be really powered in one chapter, and then the next chapter not so much. All right, so we completed that goal. We completed Find Our Courage. And we completed Pack of Guardians. Again, I would have completed the artifacts. If I would have just done it a different way, my points would have actually been the exact same, but I would have actually completed this. So, but we're gonna go with the way I played it. That will just get thrown in once we're done the campaign, I guess. It'll be for future games. All right, so there we go. That is. Oh, we didn't read our flavor text for the end of this one. Read that, and then I will set up for chapter 4. Take a quick break. Here we go. Chapter 3. All tunnel sites must be free of guardians. Cool. For you, both you and both of you must reach the temple. Oh, you both must reach the temple. Oh, good thing I did that. That's actually a requirement. So yeah, it's a good thing that I actually made it to the temple. Like, I wasn't really going to push for that, but that's actually an objective. So all tunnel sites must be free of guardians, and you both must reach the temple if you win. Muddy and weary, you finally emerge from the tunnels, grateful to see Arnak sky once more. You have learned much about the creatures guarding the passages, and you're beginning to understand how the beasts of this island communicate. But the most important result of your endeavors has been to reach an ancient harbor. On the beach, you see a set of footprints. Kutil was here. Remember to mark your story symbols, including those from achievements. Wait a minute, do achievements have symbols? Achievements do have symbols. All right, guys, we got to go back. We got a retroactive. I didn't realize that. Achievements actually have symbols. So now I got to go back to chapter 1 and chapter 2. We may have more unlocks, which is going to be unfortunate because that means chapter 4 we're going to have tons of unlocks. So finding your courage is anything at random. So my hats are the furthest behind, so I'm going to do a hat. And then we get another footprint. And then we didn't do that one. So now I got to go back to chapter 1 and 2. Oh, geez. So chapter 1, we got all 3. So random, and a feather. So we actually would have had 13 last game. And then 2 wilds. We're not very far here, so I don't want to unlock more things. So I'm gonna do things that don't unlock things, just to prevent that from happening. And then chapter 2, we would have gotten 1 at random, so we will do another heart. We would have got another paw print. We would have gotten another water drop. Dang it, which will cause us to unlock something. Let's say instead of this that I did for that wild, let's say I did the heart instead, and then that would be this one here. Oh, no, we didn't do any achievements we didn't get any of these done. So actually this is, never mind. This isn't done. So that's not done. Or this paw print. So I have to remember that. These 2 are not done. Not done. Okay, sorry. We didn't get anything in that one, but yeah, I didn't realize that there are achievements on the chapter cards too. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and get set up for chapter 4, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back for chapter 4. And chapter 4 is a doozy. Yeah, that's all I can say. Chapter 4 is going to be a doozy. All right, so we are playing as the fancy schmancy lady, the Baroness this time. So again, like I said, I'm going to change it each time. If it makes the game harder for me, well, it's the boy, nothing new. All right, so chapter 4. I forgot to read the flavor text in chapter 3, but I remember for chapter 4. You make your camp on the beach near a cliffside temple. According to glyphs in the tunnels, the ancients called this place the Temple of the Tides. Kutil's tracks lead down the beach toward the temple. No tracks lead back. You look at your tracker for encouragement, but your tracker is grim. Kutil has been inside for more than a day. If he did not find another way out, if he is alive, he needs your help. And so you prepare your team to enter the temple, taking the time to enumerate every detail of your plan, occupying your mind so that they will not ponder the question that is filling your soul with deep misgivings. Why was the temple designed to be accessible only at low tide? Alright, so what I'll need is all this stuff. Cards earned from the story symbols in the previous chapter start at the bottom of my deck, which they are. All cards earned in an earlier campaign are shuffled into the decks, which they are. If you accepted the loss, which we did not, because we actually won. Alright, so we're using the Snake Temple board. That's what took me a while. I actually set it up on the one side of the board. I'm like, this doesn't seem right, and I had to flip it over. The moment is finally right. With resolution, you lead your team out on the beach and down the slope of the wet sand. As you approach the door of the temple, a voice rings out from the edge of the forest. Wait! I wish to go with you. Turning, you see a familiar figure from your expedition, one of those who left Antoinette. Professor Kutil was my teacher. If he is indeed alive, the figure remains hesitantly among the foliage. You tell your new assistant to come and be quick about it. Time and tide will not wait. So, of course, we set up the game. We get to start with one of the... So there were three assistants left that we hadn't used. So one is here, and then one ended up there, and the other one's off to the side because two-player game. High ground. The lonely hills overlook the beach. So you have these two spots. Both of them have a guardian. This is the crashed airplane, and then this is the white trees. All right. Antoinette's camp. So we remove the guardian tile, so she's not going to use that this time, which means it didn't have me put another one in, so she's technically one shorter. Antoinette's people seem focused on relocating their camp to higher ground. Whenever your rival would research, she takes all the items from the card row instead, place them on her board, and refill the card row. Oh, she's going to swipe. She takes all the items in the card row. Okay, so she's not even doing this anymore. So I need to put this... How do I remember to do that? I guess I'll put this on her board, and I'll be like, why is this on her board? I guess. I don't know. Hang on. It says your rivals research to, okay, token. I guess token is what it's saying. The research token will not be used. I was like, research, it didn't let me take that other card out. Adventure await, but who knows lies in the temple. The research track gets no research bonus tiles. Place the chapter 4 overlay tile, which we did. We cover it up. And then we have our chapter 4 encounter cards. Again, I have them down here with me just because I don't want to reach way up there to get them. But same as chapter 2, as we go up, we will get our adventure cards. Foreknowledge. Kutil's pilot has some notes on what to expound. Your notebook now starts on 3. But the same rules apply. We can't go up until our glass is up there. The stone doorway slides aside. A trickle of water seeps in. With squealing boots, you make a rather sloppy entrance to the glorious Temple of Tides. As soon as you're inside, the door shuts behind you. A locking mechanism slides into place, and the water around your feet begins to rise. So keep the chapter 4 overview card near us. Rising tide. The water is rising. You must be swift. But which way? Which way? Place a wave tile on the 1st, 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 7th rows. Place the tide tiles on the supply board under the magnifying glasses. Or magnifying glass in my case. One magnifying glass. If your magnifying glass is not above the tide, you lose immediately. So basically, we can be in the tide, we just can't be below it, because getting up 2 every round is going to be rough. But we have to go up 1 every single round. Your notebook is allowed to be underwater, but if you want to keep it floating on the tide, if it is below the tide, you gain a fear card for each row you would need to advance to get the tide to the tide tile. Check for this at the end of round after the tide has risen, including the end of round 5. Okay, so you have to advance it to get it to the tide tile. A sound from the shadows distracts you from your panic. You raise a hand to silence your companions. Yes, there it is. A feeble rhythmic tapping coming from the levels above. The rhythm is one you recognize. Someone is tapping SOS. Kutil is alive. Once again, he's guiding your path. You resolve to reach him before the waters do. Rescue the professor. So we put the one random archaeologist that was left in there. You would have 2. When you reach the assistant, we have some hidden text we need to remember to read. Again, I just have to remember these things. From then on, you can use research actions to move Kutil instead of the research token. This does not trigger any rewards. It is a cost you must pay to save Kutil. The figure does not block a space at the temple. Kutil's archaeologist must remain above the tide tile or else you lose immediately. So, now that's a question. It says that I need to move him, but does that mean I don't have to move my magnifying glass anymore? Yeah, you may use research actions to move the Kutil figure instead of a research token. This does not trigger any rewards. Now I'm confused. I don't know if both have to make it. Like, do I got to keep moving my research token up and Kutil at that point? And then the book takes fear. Wow. That's rough. Last time we were able to use the Guardians to get up the path, because Chapter 2 needed the same thing. You had to get up that path with everything. All right, so tide chart. Tide 1, move the tide up, cover the first row of the track. Tide 2, coastal flooding, which we're going to go over. You basically move the board and cover the bottom. Move the tide up to the 4th row. Move the tide up to the 5th row. At Chapter 5, move the tide up to the row just below the temple. You must have your magnifying glass. Okay, here it says. Must have your magnifying glass and Professor Kutil in the temple row or you lose. And for 2 players, of course, you need to have both magnifying glasses and both archaeologists at the top. Oh, man. All right. So at the end of round 2, we're going to move the tide tile up to the 2nd row. When we do that, we are also going to then put this board on top of the starting locations. So that's going to be entertaining because of all the stuff that's on it. But basically these locations after round 2 are gone. However, these flip over and then they turn into campsites or level 1s. So they basically count as campsite or level 1. And we have more text to read. Achievements, explore the temple. Place the dinghy at the bottom of the deck. 4 or 8 encounter cards. So once we've gotten all the encounter cards, we get the dinghy. Layers of the deep, place the guardian's blessing beside. Okay, gain it to the top of your deck when you have enough guardians. So we need 4 guardians. Swift rescue, place the mantle dusk beside the main board. To the top of your deck and rescue Professor Kutil before the end of the 4th round. So we need to, if we rescue him before the end of the 4th round, then we get that one. Yeah. Student mode. When setting up, start with 2 face down idols instead of 1. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to get an idol as part of setup. So we get 2 face down idols. Not sure what a face down idol does, because then I can't use it. Because here it didn't say it had to be face down. It just said start with one idol and one assistant. So last game I realized I forgot to set up my starting resources, which I think was 2 coins. So I was actually kind of handicapping myself at the very beginning. Yeah, I would have gotten 2 coins. This face down confuses me because it says 2 face down, but then it's like there's no benefit to them except for points. I think that's written wrong. I think it's supposed to be face up. What's considered face up and face down? I would think this is face down. I'd figure this is face up. Yeah, I'm kind of confused by the student mode. I'm going to do them face up because it makes no sense for them to be face down, because if they're face down, it's just points, and I can't use them. And at the very beginning, it just says start with 1 idol and 1 assistant. And unfortunately, it doesn't show the player section, so I don't know if they're supposed to be face down or face up. I mean, I can quickly let me double check BGG for chapter 4. I think I did see something that said something about chapter 4 setup. Oops, I need to brighten it up a bit. I'm trying to conserve battery when we do these long streams. All right, so chapter 4. I remember somebody saying something about chapter 4 setup, so maybe that's what it was. They had the same issue. Chapter 1, chapter 3. Chapter 2, Chapter 1, Chapter 6 got a lot of questions about the setup. Chapter 3, Spectacles. Yeah, they're having the same thing of like, how do you get 5? I almost had 5. I had 4. I could have sworn I saw something for chapter 4. Let me type. What would it say? Face down. I mean, it could be. It's just giving you the extra points because it figures, okay, points are gonna be hard to get. No, I don't think the search is working. Chapter 4, the idol you start with the game is face down, no bonus. Okay. Doesn't say it in the rulebook, but okay. Definitely missed the rule first couple of times I tried that scenario. Other rules I found in the campaign that might be missed. Chapter 3, no need to spin compasses. Yeah, so we found that out. No need to spin compasses. Chapter 4, the idol you start was face down, no bonus gain from it. Internet takes all items when she would research, not artifacts. The chapter 3, somebody said still getting that wrong. Let's take the rules. You can dig the lowest number. That's a Thomas. All right, so yeah, so somebody else is saying face down 2, so I'm guessing that's what it. I guess it's an errata in this particular chapter. Okay, so they're face down, so they're just going to give me points basically, but I don't have to put them up here. They just count as points. All right. All right, let's get to swimming because we're not going to be exploring this time. We're swimming. So, Baroness starts with this in her hand, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so our focus is to get up. I mean, that's really our focus. We have to just go up. So we need resources from the get-go. All right. Play this effect when you buy an item to put it directly into your hand. Well, unfortunately, I have nothing, so I can't buy anything this turn. Special. This card returns your hand to me. Okay. So if I have no resources, all right, we're going to do that. I have no resources. So I'm going to get a coin because I'm going to need that to buy something so I can do this. Then I got fears. then research notes. All right, so we're gonna do research notes to get this. Right. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and buy this round. We're gonna buy the one card we can afford. We put it in our hand, which gives us a draw up to twice. Because I got fear. I got both my fear cards are in my hand, so we'll do that. And then this basically comes right back to my hand at the beginning of the round. How am I going to remember to do that? Just put it down here, I guess. All right, so that was my turn. Antoinette. Of course, the first thing she gets is clear the entire row. So she clears the item, or was it item and? Never played any version of this game. Yeah, hey Steve. No, we've had this. I got this. I got Paleo Americans, Endless Winter. I've not gotten Dune because we like deck building games and we like worker placement. This in the solo co-op is very interesting because there's a challenge. There's a puzzle you have to solve. I don't know how this plays as a normal game, but as the campaign goes, it's really fun to do these scenarios. Spoilers, it'll probably be on my top games of I played new to me in 2026. All right. She is... No. Where's Antoinette? There she is. She takes all the items. Okay. So she's taking all of these items. She is stealing all the items because she wants to get out of the flood. And gives me some new ones. All right, there we go. Back to me. All right, so I want to do this. We're going to play this to get a coin. And I may discard 2 cards. Well, let's keep 1. Let's do them one at a time. So we're going to draw a card and discard a card. Or spend a card. You may exile the far left card row and then refill it, or just get a coin. All right, so I'm going to need movement though to be able to do anything. So let's get rid of the other fear to do it. All right, so we got our peculiar egg. We're going to have to use this for movement because we don't have any tablets. And then same thing, I think we're going to have to use this for movement. All right, so back to her. She can take the item on the top that is the most points. They're all the same. She's taken the binoculars, which we gained last game. All right, so back to me. I am going to... I need to get some stuff. All right, so what do I need to get up? I need 2 tablets. So I guess we're going to the tablets. So we're going to spin the boat to go to the tablets. Also, let me go ahead and use her to get compass. Get 2 tablets. All right. All right, back to Antoinette. She is going to take those gems. All right, back to me. What else do I need? I need tablet, tile, compass. I got that. And then to go another one, I need coin. So I need an arrow. So let's go ahead and let's just get the stuff we need to get up there. All right, so arrow. There we go. Back to her. So she is going to the arrow. And back to me. So we're going to go up here. So that's the tablet, compass. So we go here, which gets us a coin. And back to her. She's going to the coin. Back to me. So we need a coin, compass, and a arrowhead. So we're going to do coin, compass, arrowhead. Go here. We get 2 coins. Back to her. She's going to the compass. Back to me. 3 coins gives me a... let's see here. This is just coins. Like making coins, more coins. Which her card is really good for that kind of thing. So the question is, do I want to wait around? If I wait around, we're losing both of these and both of these. So I probably, if I want any of those, I need to buy them now. So any of these 3. This allows me to refresh or spend a coin to refresh my Guardian. This is just a money-making machine here. And her card really works with money. I think we want to buy this. This goes to the bottom. So this is the main thing that's different about this, is the cards go to the bottom of your deck. All right, now we're going to lose the horse, but I don't have enough money for the horse. Oh, I don't have enough money for the horse. All right, she's going to take the artifact. I can't afford the horse. Watch gets me more money. I think I'm going to do the watch. Because I can't do the horse. I'm going to do the watch. Try to get as much money as I can to keep buying cards that maybe will help me. I don't know. This might be a bad idea. Might be a bad idea. All right, so I can't buy anymore. I'm finally out of buying power. All right. So back to her. She is going to go to the topmost level 1 site. This is a upgrade, so that goes there. Level 1. No Guardian, because she didn't put a Guardian on that one. I can't do anything else, so I'm going to have to pass. So back to her, and she's going to go to the... here. All right. So everything comes back. And come back. All right. All right, so that's that. All right, so we're going to go to round 2. So exile. Goodbye, horsey. Oh, that horse was so good. I just didn't have 4 coins even to buy him originally because of the draw. Definitely need some card draw. All right, so do that. That's expensive. Holy cow, 4 compasses, but isn't it card draw? All right, so we got that. Oh, there we go. We got the donkey. Donkey gives me card draw as well. So I need 4 coins, which I'm going to get because she's going to be a money machine this round. All right, so we are still good. This only rises to there. These don't do anything, so I guess we'll just put them off to the side. All right. So I'll get my first event here. So that's good. All right. So shuffle. Her only thing is she only gets 4 cards instead of 5 because of that one card is always going to be in her hand. It says you can exile that card, but it still comes back to your hand. So I'm not really sure why you would exile that. I guess to, like, if it says, like, exile a card to do X, Y, Z, then, you know, it makes sense. All right, so you get that, and then draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be her money round. Yes, we got our sieve back. Coins, lots of coins. And then we have this one, which if we can get if we get a tablet, we can draw and gain a tablet. And we can place a tablet on our notebook. When you research with your notebook, gain these tablets. Ooh, that's a lot of tablets. So if I can get a tablet, all right, we're losing all this. This is all going to be gone next round. So, refresh her. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and use her because why not? All right. So what do I want to do? So I'm going to need to go out onto the board. So I need to spend some of these cards specifically to go out. So if I want to buy that pack mule. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do gold pan as an instant to get 2. I don't want to lose that. That's a double draw. And then we're going to play our sieve to gain 1. And then you may draw a card and spend a card. Draw a card and spend a card. Oh, that was great. That was it netted nothing. I mean, it got the fears out, so I'm not going to be drawing the fears next time. All right, well, that was my turn. What is Antoinette doing? She is going to take the... Whew! Good thing that donkey's only worth 1. She's taking the bottommost with the most for the most points. Bring me that donkey. All right, so now we want to buy the donkey. So let's go buy the donkey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's buy our donkey. We will use her ability to put this directly into my hand. Oh, the cute little monkey. Cute little monkey. All right. Internet's turn. The highest compass. Ooh, that's a double tablet. That's where I need to go. That is where I need to go. So I need a boat. So we'll be using the watch to go here. Means it's 2 tablets. And I can choose to upgrade a tablet. I can choose to upgrade a tablet to another resource, but I really need 2 tablets and an arrowhead anyways. So I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. So we're not going to upgrade any resources. All right, so she's going to go to the first gem spot. All right. That's a good question. What happens if there's not enough spots up here for her to go to once the tide comes up? All right, we're going to play the pack donkey, which is our draw 2. So we got our connections and our peculiar egg. No effect, or if you play this from your hand, you may gain it. You may exile it to gain a coin and activate a guardian, which I don't have any guardians. So really it'll probably be used for the movement. You may exile the far left item to refill. Okay. Far left, which is this one. And refill it. Okay, so you're actually only going to, it's going to refill here, so whatever you bring out is going to be gone. I don't have any money to do that, really. And then I wanted to use this ability. All right, so I played the donkey. That was my turn. All right, she's going to the arrowhead. Oh. Now it's going to cost me 2 to go to the arrowhead. I need the arrowhead. It's going to cost me 2 movement. Let me double check how. Yeah, so even a plane only counts as 1, but I could have 2 coins to get a second plane. All right. I mean, I'm fine. I've got both of these. So we're going to play this. We're going to spend a tablet to draw a card and get a tablet. Okay. Place a tablet on my notebook. And then when I research with my notebook, then I get that back. All right, back to Antoinette. She's going to the coins. All right, back to me. All right, so I need arrowheads. So there's 2 ways for me to try to get arrowheads. I don't have enough compasses to come up here, so that's not going to happen. I can get a compass, technically, which gives me 2, but that's not 3. I need an arrowhead. Oh, okay, now I get why it says, okay, start with 2 of the idols. Makes perfect sense, because we need to spend an idol to get past this one anyways. So if you only had 1, then you're basically using that to do that, which is why they give it to you at the beginning. It makes sense. But then you're not getting those 3 points. Now you have 2. So you technically are getting this for free. All right, I need to go here. I think doing any of these, even if I had the compasses, isn't going to help me. So we're going to, what do I need more? Coins or a compass? I'm going to use this one. Coins or a compass? Let's do the compass. Let's do the research to get us a compass for an instant action. And we'll use both of these to move because I have to get that feather. All right. Oh, it says 2 coin. Am I supposed to get a coin every round with her? So I'm supposed to get a coin? Oh, place coins as shown above these cards. Beginning of these rounds, gain the coin. Oh, yeah. She gains a coin each round. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So she gains a coin each round. Okay. All right. Back to Antoinette. Don't think that affects anything that I'm doing, but back to Antoinette. All right, so she's going to go to the topmost level 1, starting from top to bottom, so technically here. All right, so she already has this one, so that's a -1. It's a -1, Antoinette. All right, she gets that out, and she gets a guardian this time. And she doesn't have her remove guardian, so that means she's going to take the fear this round. All right, back to me. So we're going to spend our 2 tablets and our arrowhead. 2 tablets and our arrowhead to go up here, which gives us our first event card. All right. After the portal, the inscription reads, "Soar as the bird, God's gaze upon you. The statue's wings invite you to climb. But is there a warning in its fearsome visage? I can gain a fear and 2 compasses, or I can use 2 boots to activate a level 1 location." I think I'm going to save it because I don't go to it. I get to activate it as a second. I think I'm going to keep for the activation. All right. Back to Miss Antoinette. So she is got her magnifying glass. So she is going to take. Luckily, this row gets shorter each round because that's going to be a lot of points. Oh, and I think I forgot to take. Yeah, I forgot to take a person last time. So we're just going to take 2 from that row. I forgot to take 1 last time that came out. All right, back to me. So, oh no, I would need 2 to get my book up there too. So, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and spin this one to move this up, which immediately gets me this guy. And now what do I do if it's already... If I'm already full? I think do I get to replace? I think I get to replace. So is there something better than either of these? So he turns into a card draw. So I think I want to keep him, and he's who I'm going to be upgrading. Her, she just gives me a coin and refresh a guardian. Tablet or Jeep, tablet, compass, or foot. Thinking him. So I'll need tablet and a gem here. Tablet. I need lots of tablets. So let's go with him. Let's go with this guy. We're gonna get him instead of her, right? And then we get to use him immediately to get a tablet. I'm gonna use him immediately to exile one of our fear cards. All right. So all of that, and now back to her. So now we need to get both these both have to go up now. All right. So she's going to the topmost tablets, which is here. Stop going after my tablets. That's fine. All right. We're going to spend our other one to get our book up, which gives us our tablet and allows us to upgrade. So we're going to upgrade him, which means we can immediately use him to draw our last card. And then back to Antoinette. She's going to take the topmost, most expensive, not most expensive, most points artifact. All right. All right, so back to me. So I can play this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. So that allowed me to refresh somebody. Now, I don't have any more cards to draw, so I can't technically refresh him because it wouldn't do me any good. So I'm going to play this to refresh him. And I'm going to spend him to get me another tablet. Antoinette is done. Now, I need 2 arrowheads or tablets and gems. So I need gems next time, I think. So I need to go after gems. That's not going to do nothing. 1 coin. Goat. Place with a discount on the worker. Oh, yeah. I don't mind the goat. I'll take the goat. All right. So we're going to definitely get the goat next turn because he gives us a discount. All right. Okay. So I think I'm actually done now because I don't, there's nothing I can do with my tablets and nothing I can do with my compasses. So here's the fun part. Now, let the flooding begin. All right, all of you guys come back, and she gets a fear card because there is a guardian here. All right, so round 2, flood goes up, although I kind of need to put it back down here. All right, let's see if I can do this without completely destroying everything. That's just fun. That's just fun. So all that is gone. We've flooded. All right. So move to round 3. These 2 go away. And these 2 go away. All right. You slide down. Somehow I shuffled half my cards one way and half another way. I think when I was cleaning up, because I was in such a hurry, I just tossed the cards in the bins. And then therefore some of them were upside down. All right, what were my objectives again? The dinghy is once I get all 4, which I'm going to have to get no matter what. The Guardian's Blessing, I need to have 4 Guardians, and I haven't even gone out there to get Guardians. And then the Mantle of Dusk, advanced Kutil to the temple before the end of the 4th round. So I have 2 rounds to get Kutil all the way up. All right, we're going tablet crazy. All right, so we're going tablets. All right. Oh, that needs a gem to get rid of. Ooh, this is tough. Okay, so let's shuffle these. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, she only gets 4, which is why those card draw was so important. Then she gets her buy. So, okay, so the Professor's Diary's back there. That's the one where I get to draw, exile, and get a compass. And depending where my book is advanced, which again, they already gave it to me at 3, so technically I'm pretty good there. All right, so we need, I mean, again, I need arrowheads, gems, I need anything to get them up. The problem is we have now lost all of that, which means even that gem space is just gone now. So, and we all have to get off of this anyways, because this is going to come to here this round. All right, how do I get arrowheads? I've got tablets. I'm good with tablets. I got that, but again, I need double everything. Wow. That's the hard part. You need double everything. All right, so if I spend 2 boots, which I have, with the goat, but then I don't get to draw a card with a discount of a boot. But I don't get stuck out there with one of my workers with a... Oh yeah, these guys refreshed. Sorry. All right, so let's use him first. Let's draw a card. All right, so that gives me gold. So any card that if I brought it to my hand would help me right now. The large backpack would let me draw one from the bottom. I think the diary, right? Yes, we're going to do that instant action to get 2 coins, which we're then just going to use to spend on this. I'll use this to put it directly into my hand. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, so I have another draw here. And I get everything else. All right, I need arrowheads. I think this one. So, all right, let's see what all we can get. I'm going to play the donkey to draw 2 as my turn. All right. Oh, forgot to shuffle Antoinette. Jellies. I don't know if you guys can hear the meow. And the Jellies, I've never seen a cat do this. I mean, I've had cats all my life. She has this pet lamb, so it's called Lammy, and she's had it since she was a kitten. My sister gave it to her, I guess, because we got jelly beans from my sister. And so she'll pick her up and she yells at her. She like it's her baby, so she always yells at her, and then she'll pick her up and take her places, and like she'll take her to the bathroom and be like, all right, it's time to take a shower, I guess. Or she'll take her and put her in a bed. It's kind of cute. All right, so she's gonna go. What are we on? We're in round 3. So she's still in level 1. She's gonna go to the bottom. Good. Open up more spaces for me. So coin or compass. There goes jelly beans. And she doesn't put anything in here. But see, she went there, and it's got a story card. Story cards are good for us to unlock things. Hey, where'd that other story card go? Oh, I'm still got it. I'm losing it, Will. Losing it. All right. So we need arrowheads. All right. So what do we get? I need to spend a tablet to do this, which was actually pretty good. I mean, I'm basically spending a tablet, get a tablet, and get a draw. So we're going to go ahead and play that. We're going to spend a tablet to gain a tablet, put a tablet on our book, and draw a card. All right. She's going to the one with the arrowhead. Luckily, this doesn't say it has to be occupied or unoccupied, which is actually very good because I was going to do that one anyways. So I need a lot of arrowheads is a problem. I need like 2 arrowheads, and I can only get 1 unless I do this and use that. All right, do I have another way to get arrowheads? All right, so let's just use this to get a coin. I'm just trying to get my instant actions out. Let's do this. Now I need another compass. So we'll play Professor Kutil's. So we get to do all 3. So we're going to draw a card. Exile. I don't want to exile anything. Gain a compass. Okay. All right, Antoinette. She is going to the gem. What happens if there isn't a spot with a gem? Because the gem's gone. Now I don't know what she does. All right. To the solo rules. I don't know what she does now. Because she no longer has the gem because the gem is gone. Solo. Dig at a site. Rival wants to look at the There are multiple spaces. A site in the lower row. Yeah, higher row, lower row. Okay. Between the sites in the row, rival prefers the site further to left or the right. Yeah. It doesn't say what she does if there's no site with that icon. She doesn't go? I mean, that's my only assumption. If all, okay, here we go. If it's in parentheses, if all such spaces are occupied, your rival does nothing. Okay, so she can't go out because there's no gems. All right, so back to me. All right, so we're going to go out because we're gonna risk it the biscuit to get, because we need this. All right, so let's use our boat. First, let's do resourceful before we spend all this. So resourceful allows me to, I've got enough, I can ready him. And then because it's immediate, let's go ahead and use him. Which is the fear card. It's not what I wanted. Because now I want the exile. Yeah, so we're gonna go there. Which is 3 compasses. And I need to spend my watch. No, we'll use the plane. And then on level 1, we'll get this. All right, so we get a fear card. That's fine. We get to draw a card. That's good. And we get a gem. Muy bueno. That's what I needed, buddies. All right, but we have a friend. Hi, friend. Hi, friend. Now, we technically have that because he gives me a tablet. Because I don't want to spend all my tablets, but he gives me a tablet or a card, and I have a card in my hand. I have 2 cards in my hand, actually, so that should be good. All right. Internet. She's going to take the topmost expensive card. That is upside down. All right, back to me. All right, so let's plug this in. So again, we take another fear card. Oh no, hang on! I immediately get this reward. Sorry, I should have gotten that. I should have gotten this reward immediately. This isn't for plugging it in. Plugging it in lets me do this stuff. Yeah. So, it's the first time I've gotten an idol in a while. All right, so what do I want to do? All right, do we want to defeat him? Do we move my stuff up? Let's move my stuff up so I don't forget to do that. Because if I don't do that, I'm going to forget. So, hang on. I wanted to do this. So, we're going to spend... I can't draw a card anymore, so we're going to use this because I can't draw a card anymore. So we'll play the well, I could if I buy something. Parachute. Get a compass. You may exile this card to place a worker with a discount of 2 planes. It's this goat. The goat's what's tripping me up. Because he'd give me a discount of 1 boot, meaning I could go here for 1 boot, which is there. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and buy this card for 1. We've already spent our special ability, so I can't do that again. A bow and arrow. I want the revolver and just take out all the guardians. All right. Antoinette goes. She wants the item worth the most points down here. So that is the chronometer. Right. Ooh, a saxophone. That's a promo card. All right. So I'm going to play the goat, which allows me to draw a card. Place a worker for a discount of 1 boot. 1 boot. I get 2. You get 2 compasses or an item card for free. Use the effect of the silver side of up to 3 available in the supply. That's powerful. We're getting the saxophone. The saxophone. 3. All right. And so I need a coin and a gem to get rid of this, which means I can't use the gems there necessarily. But again, I don't have enough arrows to do anything. All right. I only need to get... What do I need to do? I need to get Kutil to the temple. So I have to get him all the way up here before the end of the next round. So I've got to get him moved up at least twice. So I can do this. And then I guess I should do this. So let me get his up, because I'm good for another round being behind. I have to get him here because then I only have to do 2 spaces here. All right. So she's going to the compass. Nothing has a compass, so she does nothing. Come here, goat. Did I draw? I drew my card, right? Yeah, because it was this one. All right, so I need 2 boots to activate this card because I have to, because I need to get this. So let's spend. I don't need a compass, so I think we'll use this one. I can't draw anymore, so I guess we'll use that one. So we'll use these 2 to activate a special card. So that allows me to activate 1 location. So I'm going to activate this one. Which means I do get a fear, but I also get a coin, a tablet, and my other arrow that I need. And this goes on this side. All right, and then when we move up my glass, then we're going to get that other story. Oh, the book actually gives us story too. Okay. So, Antoinette, what are you doing? You are taking all of the item cards again. Good thing I bought that saxophone, isn't it? Refill. Oh, Indiana Jones hat. All right, and then she's going to take the topmost explorer. All right. So, back to me. All right, I don't need any more movement, so let's go ahead and use him for his tablet. And then 2 coins to get a gem. Yes, sir. 2 coins. Oh, hang on, but I needed a coin and... Oh, but I'll get coins here. 2 coins to get a gem. And do this one to get 2 coins. Oh, no, I didn't want that tablet. I needed that. I forgot I needed it for that. Put that tablet back. All right. So we need to do him for the Jeep, and then I need 2 tablets for this one. Ooh, I can discard a card to get an arrowhead. I'm going to need that next round. All right. Back to Antoinette. She is going to a coin, which is that one. Back to me. So what do I need to get rid of him? I need a coin and a gem to get rid of this one. And he allows me to upgrade things. So I can upgrade to get another arrowhead. That works. All right, back to Antoinette. He's going to the tablets for these ones. Back to me. All right. So we need to move up the professor. So we're going to do the 2 arrowheads to move him up here. And then we're going to do the tablet and the gem to move him up here. All right. He's on the move, guys. He is on the move. All right. Anything else I can do? Probably not. So I could insert this. One of my spots gets me a coin and draw a card. Should I forget what the saxophone did? Oh, it lets me use the effects of 3 of those. Is it the silver side? Gold side. Silver side. So Spin a move. I can't do that. So next round, that's going to be good because I want to do that. I want to do that. May not want to do that, but these two definitely want to do. All right, so we're going to save that. Don't want to insert for my ability. If I insert up here, it gets me 2 tablets, which aren't going to help me move up. 1 arrowhead, which isn't going to let me move up right now. I mean, I'm going to do it, but I don't know which one of these I want of the bonuses. So I think that's it. So I have no guardians, no fear. She has 1 guardian, 2 guardians, 2 fear. All right, shuffle her deck. All right. Water goes up to here, which is still fine. We're in the water. We're not below the water. That was the only requirement. You can't be below the water. Move this. Get rid of this. 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 And 1, 2. Oh, there's my revolver. There's the revolver. All right. So, I got a lot of good draw cards in here. I've done more, I think, deck building with her than anybody else, but that's because, like, that's her thing, is getting all these cards and coins. I wish it was, I had like a resource exchange for her coins. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And take my thingy back in my hand. So my saxophone, good. Not so good, good, meh. Meh. All right, so. All right, we got to get him up twice. So we need coin, which I have, tablet I have. I do not have an arrowhead. And then I need a compass, arrowhead, and a gem. That's going to be harder because, well, there is a gem spot. So we're good here. We have a gem spot. And it lets me draw a card. So let's do this first. Let's go ahead and go out there, get that, so we can get the gem and get the card draw. So I need a boat. So I have a boat. So we're going to go here. Does mean we get a fear card. But we do get to draw a card, which is our parachute, and we get a gem. All right, so let's split these up so I can keep track of what we have and what we don't have. Okay, I'll look it back up there. Antoinette, she is taking all of the items again. Taking everything. She keeps stealing all my fat loots. All right, and then she wants to get to the bottom. Oh, it's not the one I wanted you to take. I needed that one. I needed the arrows because I still need arrows to get me up. Like I still have to get my, if I take fear cards, whatever, I take fear cards, but like I still have to get my research token, my magnifying glass up. And I don't think I'm going to get another gem anywhere. So, I mean, I can spend a coin to get a gem in worst case. I think that's going to be like the last thing I do is plug in. All right, so what do I need? I need an arrow. I need arrowheads. So this is arrowheads here. To get rid of him, I need a boat and an arrow. So I need an arrow. I get the arrowhead, and then I'm going to have to use it to defeat him. Use the effects. All right, what else I got? Buy a card. So discard a card to draw a card and exile a card. That would just basically be to get rid of that fear. I got my pack mule. Let's go ahead and use the pack mule so we can draw 2 cards. I don't know if that's helping me or not. All right. Antoinette, we are on round 4. So she's going to go to level 2 at the bottom. And she is going to put a... Oh, that's a pretty spot. She's going to put a guardian on it this time. Alright, so she got this one. And that one doesn't exist. So there. Alright. This is a lot of fault to go into this one. I gotta get that arrowhead. I mean, do I just take the fear? Oh, no, I forgot. I have these guys. I've got these, which will give me an arrowhead. I forgot about that. All right. So is there something that'll give me a lot of tablets? That'll give me a lot of tablets. So that'll give me a lot of tablets. That'll give me tablets. I've got plenty of tablets, which then I can turn one of them into a gem. So let's... Oops, I forgot to ready my guys at the start of my turn. All right, so let's go ahead and do this guy to get another card. Let's see what we got. All right, so that's our stone feather, which is good. Because basically, again, I spend a tablet to gain a tablet, draw a card, and put a tablet on my book. So that's going to give me a lot of tablets. All right, so that was my turn. All right, so we have... She wants the artifact. At the top, that's the most points. All right. There we go. Okay. And the fear card is just a single boot. All right, so here. We're going to play it. We're going to spend a card to get a... It's an instant action to get us one of our arrowheads that we need. So we need 1 for him, and we need 2 for us. We need 3 total. Or again, a gem, but he needs a gem. Actually, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, or we need 1, 2 gems. Currently have 1 gem. So we can either get a second gem or a second arrowhead. All right, so what are we going to do? I think I said we're going to go here because then we get the upgrade action to get us more arrowheads, right? That makes the most sense. So let's use the egg. Well, let's do resourceful first. Sorry, let's do resourceful first, which refreshes him, and then we're going to use him again to draw, and then let's use the egg to travel. So we're going to travel here. Gets us 2, and then I can upgrade 1 to an arrowhead. All right, so we got that. Antoinette's turn. She wants the most point item at the top, so she's taking the fishing pole. Insufficient disk space. I keep forgetting. I gotta figure out why. Like, I've got several gig, but like just one 4-hour stream kills my hard drive. Kills my hard drive. All right. So, all right. So let's do this. So I remember to do this, so we can make sure we get our math right. All right. So he's going to go up here, which is this, a coin, and an arrowhead. So that's good. All right. Back to Antoinette. She is taking tablets. And she wants the bottom tablets, which took the arrowheads. But again, I think I've got a workaround for that now, so I'm not worried about those arrowheads, this spot anymore. I was trying to avoid being there. Special delivery. 2 coins though. I'll need 2 coins to do it. Or this 2 coins to get a gem. So yeah, let's get 2 coins. It's an instant action. And then we're going to spend 2 coins to get a gem. I forgot she had that card. All right. And then let's upgrade. Let's upgrade this tablet to an arrowhead. And let's use the parachute to get a compass. And I may exile this card. I'm not going to exile the card. Okay. So that's my turn. And she's going to the compass, which is there. All right. Now, let's get him up. So, compass, gem, arrowhead. All right. So we made him to the top, which means we're going to get our card to the top of our deck. Hang on. So we do this. As soon as this happens, we get it. So we get the Mantle of Dusk on the top of our deck. All right. So back to Antoinette. So she is going to the coin, which is that one. Whew, okay. So what do I need to get me off the water? I need another arrowhead or a tablet. I need an arrowhead or a tablet to get me off. But then my book needs to go up too. So technically I need... The easiest thing to do would be to get one more arrowhead and one more tablet, right? So what can I get over here? I can get a tablet here. So let's do that. So let's... This card's basically doesn't have a purpose. All right, so we're going to use my saxophone. And so that gives us a tablet. And... So it says up to 3. So technically I have to do the 3. So we're going to do all 3. Right? Yeah. That's my saxophone. We're getting saxy with it. Arrowhead. This doesn't have an arrowhead, so she can't do anything. All right. Now, I have my tablet and my gem. Tablet and gem to move this here, which gives us the next story card. At first you were wading, now you are swimming. Roots overhead drip in a fragrant substance into the water. Something gleams below. Perhaps you should dive. The current is carrying you past. Make a decision. So if we collect the substance, we get to activate a face-up idol, which would get me some tablets and fear cards, basically. Or I can spend a boat action to get 3 coins, which I could spend this because, like I said, I couldn't use this for anything to get 3 coins. And then the 3 coins, I could buy that card. Oh, it won't come immediately to my hand because I'm using this. And this is a Jeep. It's not a boat. I need more tablets, don't I? Yeah, I need a lot more. I need more tablets. So we're going to go ahead and activate a face-up idol. So we're going to activate the 2 tablet idol. Let me double check. Does it have to be out here, or can it be on my board? Because on my board I have the arrowhead. Activate. Where's that picture? Where's the idol one? I don't have a picture of that one. Nope. Nope. Oh, there we go. Use the effect of any face-up edit on the board. That's I thought it was on the board. So okay. So yeah. So we're going to do the 2 tablets. So, the 2 tablets. That does mean that we have to take a beer card. All right. So we did this side. So we have 2. Maybe I should move this off to the side, make it easier now. We have 2 of 4. All right. Back to Antoinette. She's going where there's a gem, and there's no gems anymore. All right. Back to me. So again, I do have the coins. So to move my tablet up, I need it up. I don't want to take another fear card. So I need either a gem or an arrowhead. Here I'm going to need more arrowhead. So I'm thinking I don't want to spin my arrowhead. I think I want a gem. So we're going to go ahead and use our idol to spend a coin to get a gem. Antoinette can't do anything, so now we have a gem and our tablet. We get these 2 tablets, and we go up here. We get to read another story card. All right. The ceiling of this room is marked with interlocking circles, a star map, or perhaps a calendar. The ornate floor may once have held a significance too, but it has collapsed into a pit of rubble. So, sketch the ceiling, get a tablet. Or, as an instant action, spend a card to gain a... Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to spend my card that I wasn't using to gain a coin and upgrade a tablet to an arrowhead. That works for me. All right, now, I don't have 3 tablets. I need another tablet. Or anything in my hand. Oh, I can get another tablet. Just use him. Get a tablet. Now, spend 3 tablets and a compass to go here. That allows me to upgrade him and refresh him. I'm going to go ahead and spend him, or use him, to get a compass. So, we have the compass. We don't have a tablet. I'll get that. Oh, he no longer gives me tablets, though. Upgrading him no longer gave me tablets. Did I want to upgrade him? I guess is the question, because do I need another? I do need another compass, but I mean, I've got cards that'll give me compasses, but he's a guaranteed tablet. I need at least 1 more tablet. I need 1 more tablet. But I mean, I get to do a worker placement action, so I should be able to get my tablets. That's fine. I'll stick with that. All right. Nothing else I can do. I've got my arrowheads for here and here. Yeah, I should be good. I just need to get this gem. But and she's got that card where I can spend my 2 coins to get a gem. Right? Right. All right. So bring everybody back. Oops. I forget where she was. Dang it. I think she gets 1 fear. I have to rewind. I think she gets one fear. No, I don't want to report one stop or co-op guild. So she was here, here, here. She was both these spots. Technically, she was here, here, here. She was everywhere. So she's taken 1, 2, 3 fear cards. All right. So she is taking 3 fear cards. 1, 2, 3. She has a huge stack of cards here on this one because she's not going up the research track, which makes sense. When she goes up the research track, right, she'd get 23 points. So I'm imagining the amount of card they expect her to take would equate out to 23 points. All right, get my workers back. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right. Water goes up. My book is floating. This, I'm going to get my coin. This goes here. Get rid of the torch, the hook, and the hat. That's a Pathfinder's hat. Like that. Okay. I haven't done much in the artifact game this one. And I think that's neat too, because each chapter kind of makes you focus on a different thing. And I think maybe in a regular Arnak game, that's the problem, is you're focusing on everything. This one you can kind of like hone in what you're trying to do. So I'm not going to get Layers of the Deep, because I'm not going to go out here and probably take any of those guys out. I can't spare the resources. If I had gotten the revolver, then it'd be a different story, because then I just spend a compass and they're gone. But I can't spare the resources. All right. All right, let's refresh my explorers. Put this on the bottom. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, right off the bat, we know we're going to do him, right? Because he's going to allow me to draw a card, which is a fear card. All right. So, I've got all my draw stuff here. I think we'll do the goat for his act for using the goat. So we're gonna do the goat, which allows us to go. Ooh, no, I need tablets. Dang it! I don't need compasses. Well, I mean, I can use compasses to buy stuff. Oh, because it give me a gem. Yeah, I'm fine with that. All right, let's do that. So we're gonna use him. I get to draw a card. And then my second boot is the fear. So we get 2 compasses. Oh, I get 2 compasses or gain the item for free. I think we're going to do the 2 compasses because I get a guaranteed gem when I buy that other one. All right. Sure, that's in the right spot. All right, she's going to take the most points at the top. So she's taking the owl. I was looking at the owl too because he gave 3 tablets. But luckily, she left the one I wanted because it's only worth 1 point. All right, my goat. Come here, goat. Goat. It's the goat. All right, so we know we want to do that. Let's do that before she takes it from me. So we're going to spend 2 to gain this. Come here, you. You do take a fear card because of that, but you get a gem. All right, so we need a tablet to get my... We need a tablet. And I've got that. I've already got the top one. So I'm good on the top one. I just need a tablet. And then I have 2 coins. All right. She's going to the gem. Hey, there's a gem spot finally. I didn't even notice that there was a gem spot. You know, it is basically that card I bought. Except for it also had a draw. Oh, that might have been better. Oh, well. Too late now. Too late now. Although I guess this also gave me 1 point because it's worth 1 point. All right, so I need a tablet. So tablets and coins here, but then I have to take out a guardian or gain a fear. Tablets here, and I can upgrade, which makes the most sense, right? Because I can then do an upgrade. Because I need to get my book up here too, which requires a tablet and another gem. So let's do that. Do I have a boat? All right, so I have special delivery. I'm not going to buy that thing up there. So we're going to use special delivery as my movement to go here. It says 2 tablets. And then can I get another arrowhead? Yes, I'll get an arrowhead when the book comes up. So we will upgrade the arrowhead with a gem. Right? And then we're going to... Oh, that was my turn. But I know what I'm doing next turn. Okay. She's going tablets. She wants the furthest on the bottom. She's there. So we're going to move our book up. So we have a gem and a tablet to move our book up, which gives us the other arrowhead we want. All right, back to her. She's going to compasses. That's the highest compasses this is. All right. So this boot isn't going to do nothing for me. It's just a boot. So, all right, we're going to move my... Let's focus on this first, and then we'll figure out what my cards can do. So, we're going to go here, which is a coin, an arrowhead, and a tablet. And that gives us the last story card. A riddle on the wall. The path of Anu, or the path of Telkal. The waters rise quickly now. Which will it be? So if we go to Telkal, we get to upgrade a resource. If we go to Anu, we get a... At any time, we can get a plane, but we don't need a plane. Upgrade a resource. I don't need to upgrade a resource. Or I can't upgrade a resource. I mean, I could get a second gem. What happens if I can't do it? Do I still claim it as that's what I was going to do? Because I think that action is you may do that action. You may. Okay. So I'm not gonna be able to do the plane because it's the 5th round, so I'm going to choose the you may upgrade, and I'm just not gonna upgrade. So that gives us another water droplet. All right. So back to Antoinette. Well, there's only one item card to take, lady. All right. Ooh, turn a compass into a gem, you say? That could be useful. All right, let's get everything. Let's get to the top. That was the goal. The whole goal was to get to the top, to make sure that we have that accomplished. All right. Back to Antoinette. So she's going to number 2 all the way. So discard card. She doesn't have that one yet. And upgrade, she already has that one. Number 2. And she doesn't do a guardian because it's a 5th round and she would be able to take it out. All right, back to me. All right, can I get my book? Can I get my book up? So, choose 1, 2, or 3 of all these actions. All right, so this one I would need a tablet, and then I need to play this last. Okay. So the fear's not doing anything for me. Yeah, well, let's do this. So let's do this. Which gives us a coin. I don't want to do this yet. No, I want to get that. I want to get that. Yeah, I want to get that card first. So let's not do that first. So let's spend the coin to get this. But it goes on the bottom, so I'm not even going to get to it. Dang it. The why I wanted it was for reasons. So the way I could take advantage of that effect, but I won't be able to get to it in time. Alright, so that's what it is. I wanted to get that before she took it, but now I realized it wouldn't do me any good. Yeah, so like right now, she's going to take it. She would have taken it this round. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. And then she's doing the furthest. Explorer. Alright, so now we will do that card. Alright, so we get a coin. We may draw and discard twice. So draw, discard the fear. Draw, discard the fear. Yeah, that's what it is. Alright, back to her. So, she's going to the coin. Alright. So I want to do this last. So, I'm going to play this, get 2 more coins. That's an instant action. And then we're going to do this. Choose 1, 2, or all 3 based on my book. So I get to do all 3. So I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to exile a card. And I'm going to get a compass. So back to Antoinette. And she's going to take the arrowhead. I don't think there's any arrowheads left. Nope, there's not. Alright, so she's done. So, there we go. Use this effect and activate up to 3 available workers out there. So we're going to activate all 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. She can't do anything. We're going to play this card, spin the tablet. If you have no cards in your hand, then draw 2 cards. 1, 2. She still can't go again, so the fear card doesn't do anything. We're going to play this to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. What do I need to get up here? I got a tablet. I need an arrowhead. Do I have any way to get an arrowhead? I don't think I have any way to get an arrowhead. I think I'm going to take a fear card because I can't get my book one more. So, yeah. So let's just get all the resources we can. So, tablet, or gems. So I think I need to do the gem because I don't have 2 tablets. right? Yeah. Yeah, that would give me 1 point. Right, I have 4 coins. So I think, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to spend 2 coins to get a gem. All right, Antoinette can't go. I'm going to spend the gem to get a tablet. We're going to instant activation to get a coin. We're going to spend a coin to get this, again, just for points. And we're going to, oh, hang on, I was supposed to get a card. The dinghy. So I should have had the dinghy a turn or two ago, and it would have been on the top of my deck. It would not have changed what I would have done. So we'll just say that I used that instead of one of the other cards. All right, refill. B2. Ah, you punk. I was trying to spend all the coins to get as many of the cards as I could. So 3, gain an arrowhead. Oop, let's do that. So 3, to buy this one. Gain an arrowhead. Don't give fear this round, which doesn't affect me, but that's what it is. All right, now we're going to spend the coin and the arrowhead. Actually, let's pretend like I actually paid attention up here and had gotten that. Because I had those. I've just been spending. So instead, I would have spent these and that gem together to get a 6 instead of the 2. Right? I should have done that first, and I didn't. I can't do anything with that fear. So I have a tablet and a coin. I can't do anything with the tablet or the coin. So I think that is it. We're going to have to do some final... Oh, we got to go to round 5. So the end of round 5, it goes up here. So that goes there, which means I do take 1 fear card to get that to float to the top. All right, so points. All right. What do we got? So, Will and Antoinette. It's funny because it's odd that Audrey's going to see this. Like, I don't remember playing this game. I'll be like, no, it's Antoinette. All right, so research. Although it pushes me up, so technically I get more points by gaining a fear card. I lose 1 point, but so I got 23 and 17. So that's what, 40? Antoinette does not score on those. Tiles, I have 6. And since she wasn't on there, she gets none. Idols and spaces, so 3, 5, 8, 12. And then she has 3, 6, 9, 12, minus 3, so 9. Guardians, I have 2. She has 0 because she wasn't taking out Guardians. Item cards, this is probably where I'm gonna not know how to count in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the minuses separate because yeah, this is starting to rack my brain. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 for me. Oops, I forgot we got to do the take back. So she's going to get 1 fear, 2 fear. She's going to get 3 more fear. Because of the take back. 1, 2, 3. I forgot we still had to bring everybody back and finish the round. finish that stage. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15, 17, 18, 21, 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, 36, 37, 38. So 38. That's not, I don't know if that's very good actually for her. Because normally, like I said, normally she gets the 23 for getting to the top first. And then she usually has about 6 cards. Normally she has about 39, so that's about even. That's actually pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Although because she was not taking out Guardians, and I was not taking out Guardians, she had -9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -7. All right, 40, 46, 58, 68, 70, 87, -7, 80. 9 -9, so just 38. Wow. Wow, blazing up that track. Like just going up that track. And then her ability to buy cards. So that is 42. 42. All right, so we completed the objective. We didn't drown. We got the dinghy. We did not get the layers of the deep, but we did get swift rescue. So, and we got a couple symbols to do. All right. So we have 2 drops. So where are the drops? 1, 2. So we got 21 to read. And then we have a ball print, a bear print. So okay, so this is good now. Just got to remember. So that's good now, the bear print. And then we have a gold, which will be here. Then we completed collect any 4 cards. We collected the 4 cards. So again, so this doesn't mess me up later. We'll say that that's the heart. And then we get another drop from saving Kutil. All right, so the only thing we unlocked was 21. So let's see what 21 is. 21. 21. Several water sources on this island have a distinct smell. You have collected enough data to conclude that the water, or perhaps its smell, definitely affects the Guardian's behavior. Now it's time for some experiments. Start the next chapter with well bucket item in your deck. So, the well bucket item. Motorcycle. Well bucket. So, okay, we get to draw the bottom card of our deck. So we're going to put this on the top so I remember for the next game. And then let's read our flavor text. If there are, is there any flavor text for reading this one? All right, chapter 4. If you win it, you don't lose. If you win, you win if you don't lose. That's it. You need to get your magnifying glass and Kutil's figure to the top of the temple, which we did. Read this if you win. Out of breath and soaking wet, you and Professor Kutil emerge from the doorway at the top of the temple, and once again you see the light of day. Your campsite on the beach has been moved to higher ground. Everyone is safe. Scanning Arnak's shoreline, you see a strange ship anchored offshore. Antoinette's expedition is heading in that direction. What could this mean? Oh, and there was some more hidden text we were supposed to read, so let's go back. I knew I was going to forget. When I rescued that guy, I was supposed to read something. So I was supposed to read hidden text 45 when we rescued the professor. Yeah, I need some kind of like marker, like a little yellow reminder marker. What am I reading? 45. Oh, actually, when the coast was flooding, we were supposed to read 43. There, coast is flooding was first. Every chamber you enter, the water rushes in, and every stair you climb, the water rises. How could the water rise this fast? How could it rise this high? You fear for people with you, but also for those left behind. If the waters are high within the temple, the campsite must be flooded. Use a supply board to flood the sites, and the crashed plane and trees become available. So, yeah, which we did that. It's just flavor text. And then once you rescued the professor, wow, there's a lot. A flight of stairs leads you up and above the rising water. For the moment, your path is blocked by a door of stone. The fit seems quite tight. Could the chamber beyond be sealed from the floods? You push the stone that opens the door. It slides into the recesses of the wall, and your torchlight reveals a simple cubicle cell. A bearded man sits on the floor. He raises a head and gazes upon the gaunt face of Professor Kutil. Kutil blinks in confusion for 2 heartbeats. Then he climbs to his feet and staggers toward the door. Don't close it, he begs. Of course, you have no intention of slamming the door on your old friend, especially not under these circumstances. Kutil joins your party outside the cell, and the ancient walls resound with so many greetings, so many expressions of gratitude, astonishment, and joy, that nothing can be understood among the babble of voices except that Kutil has been found alive, and everyone is glad of that. But the waters in the temple continue to rise, and this happy reunion must not be prolonged. My friend, Kutil says, I am glad you have found me, but there is no way out of here. Head back through the waters while you still have the strength to fight them. Leave me now. Be swift. Having finally found Kutil, you cannot abandon him to a watery doom or a pitch-dark cell. You will have the strength for yourself and for him as too. To win, your magnifying glass and Professor Kutil's figures must reach the top row. So basically it was telling me how to beat the game, which I was kind of already assuming is how I needed to beat this particular mission. All right, so don't show me that again, Norton. Go away. All right, here we go. There we go, guys. That is chapters 3 and 4 of the Lost Expedition. I do believe there's 6 total. And chapter 5, chapter 6, end of chapter 6, and then there's variants. Yeah, so there's 2 more chapters. If you guys would like to see me play those other 2 chapters, make sure you hit the like button. That way I know you like this video and want me to do it again. 2, hit the subscribe button. That way you know when I go live. If I made any rules mistakes, which I probably did, make sure you let me know down in the comments. That way other people know not to make those same mistakes. But until next time, guys, peace.